Okay, well, hello and welcome. So I got the message to do an activation today, and I got this new word, Luminaris, which is Earth Angel, Galactic, Human, and it's a pretty word. It means to illuminate. So I will go ahead and do the activation, and then we'll go through and do the breath. And you might want to pull up the image to look at that when we do the breath.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay. And we'll chant together too. Say the word together. So, okay. Niki ushu no kutru ushala, niki shu turu usha, no kutra ana uhita a. Lumaranas, ishunak o tu atara, nakishu tu aro aka. Anakashita o turu unaliki tupu o turu ona. Orukushe anakashitu utara akashina katuru usha. Orukasha. Nakishituru ushu lakatara anukosha. Urukushe eke turu usha. Anakishi turu usha kana. Urukushe heketu ushu na la tita orukasha. Nakashitipu turu ushe. Purukushe. Akanakadaka. Turu usha. Akanakishu uturu unala kitapuru usha. Akanakishu turu usha niki puru usha. I want you to take a breath in to the count of 4 and hold to the count of 3 and release to the count of 6. Into the count of 4, hold for 3 and release to 6. I want you to imagine that all of our heart flames are united in one. We are one flame. The message today is about joy and embodying who you are fully, accepting everything about yourself, feeling oneness with Source, deep, loving connections to everyone in your family, everyone on the call. And now imagine our flames are lighting up and spreading all over the planet. With every breath we take, with every step we make, we spread love and joy. Joy is our highest technology. So I want you to tone with me. Lu, ma, ra. No, Lumanaris. Lumanaris. So we'll do it 3 times. Lumanaris.
Yes.
Lumanaris. Lumanaris. So I will go around. You can open up your eyes. I will ask you to share a joy or a message that you got this week or anything that you feel like sharing. And even if you don't feel like sharing, you can, your heart is here, so we appreciate that. So I will start with Emma.
Well, right now I'm looking out into my garden and I can see a really cute little squirrel eating something with its hands and it's leaping around in the garden as well. So that's my little joy.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. That's perfect. That's perfect. Christina, I'm gonna go with you.
It's so funny that Emma said that because I'm looking outside to the like pine trees out in front of my window, and there was a squirrel that ran by as she said that. So, so I found joy in the synchronicity of her vision that like matched mine just now.
That's lovely. That's perfect.
And
Uh,
I want to tell you, Christina, I seen three orbs shoot out of you. They
I
they are orbs. I just
was
now on this call, I saw three orbs shoot out from you.
I was thought I was seeing that too, and I jumped on the call. I was like, I'm seeing things bouncing around behind me.
lights
So
and stuff. That's so cool. That's so cool.
yeah.
Okay, I'll go to Christy.
Okay, mine's just come funny. Um, I have in the last week found a, a idea of joy in something where I wouldn't expect it, in the idea of deconstructing something so that it can become something else. And I know that's cryptic,
Not
but
really. No, I mean really.
if you stay open to that and recognize that sometimes the box that we have something in, if we let that box come apart and dissolve, that what was in it is far more than we ever thought. Quite different, but far more. So, ta-da. That's it for me.
Okay, great.
Been a big one.
Jillian.
Okay, well, first I just want to say I really resonated with what Christy says, and I feel exactly the same way. However, I'm relating it to my own experience. And also, this big synchronicity is before anybody said anything, my mind went to I was on a walk like 2 mornings ago, and there was a mama squirrel, and she was on the branch, and this baby was like going, following her. And the baby was not tiny, tiny, but about a third her size, and it was crawling all over her. And I'm like, how can they stay on this branch? And she's trying to walk, and then the mama stopped, then the little baby nursed for a little while. And then the mama went and got some twigs, and I just watched her, trying to build the nest and everything. It was just, that's where my mind went to. And then we had two other squirrel things. So there must be a squirrel thing for some reason. I don't
In
Oh,
the
know.
that's
air.
It is. I
sweet.
love it.
Well,
They're cute little animals. They're
They
cute.
are. I love them.
They really
aren't
are.
squirrels was like they're supposed to be symbolic of joy also, right?
Oh,
Like
I see. We've got our symbol of joy. That's
That
cool.
is one of the
That's
biggest things I
cool.
miss that I had in Georgia is my squirrels and my birds. And
Uh,
they're here, but they're not like in my backyard. I have to go
okay.
look for them.
I got all kind of animals here. I'd like to give you some taste.
Oh, I
I
would
saw
take
a
them.
possum the other day and I was like, oh, that's not funny. Anyway, it was eating my cat's food. I don't like it, but it comes and steals my cat food. Okay. It's
He's
it's a,
very appreciative.
it's a sneaky little thing. Okay, Michael, share a joy with us, please.
Okay, I have a strange story, but I'm here upstate New York at my brother's because and it's a very interesting story. It depends on the perspective where you get it, how you get it. It's just he booked last minute earlier this week uh um, a stay in Las Vegas, and for he got a good deal at apparently there's a big popular Luxor hotel right in there. and all the designs and everything is like in Egypt. We're originally from Egypt, and from Luxor, the original country. I was born there, but my brother is not in any woohoo stuff at all. He had to cut it short and come back because he had intense experience with spirits and serious.
I'm not, I mean,
And again, because he has never, he didn't, he's not into any of that. So his perspective can come out a little bit of fear. But when he was sharing me with a lot of stuff, and we actually Googled and found like it's one of the most known haunted places there. So so he comes back and he shared stuff. I'm seeing it. He's getting more sensitive into emotion. He's more sensitive to energy. He's more, something happened that either activated his sensitivity to that. He is a little bit still into fear or doesn't know what's happening. But what he used to be like a flat curve, now it's like he's feeling emotions. So I'm trying to comprehend that. Of course, I care about him. He's my younger brother. He's my younger son because it's 11 years difference.
uh,
So yeah. So I'm sharing this and it's very playful. And at the same time, Kitty is not on this call. She just shared with me a book and I'm reading, and it's synchronicity is how whatever is in that book, I'm seeing it with this experience. So I don't know, but I don't know why I'm sharing this here and why
well,
am I here.
you're interested
Can't
in,
stay there.
I mean, one of your favorite things is dead talk, of course, and
Of
he's having
course,
spirits. So it's a synchronicity. It's cool, but you're there to help him, so that's great.
I'm helping him because
That's
he's processing it in his body actually. He's not seeing that because he's not seeing from that perspective yet.
I see. Well,
Yeah,
that's great
but
story though, because there are lots of people that do like suddenly awaken and then they just don't know what to do. And think about how we are, we do
that's
these
what I'm seeing.
quantum
Yes, that's
shifts
what I'm
and then
seeing.
we're a
It's
little
like
unstable. But these people
as if
are
he got
way
awakened in
unstable.
one night. This is like a one who got awakened up in one night,
Uh-huh.
literally one night.
Uh-huh.
And he is like, what is this? And I can see certain perspective he cannot see yet because he doesn't know what is this. But I can see there is something. Could be Earth, Gaia, something that is actually happening. People, what made him go there from upstate New York just for a weekend and come back? It's like as if he had to experience this way. Oh, it's funny. It's coming that way. That's interesting. So that might have been the answer. He
I'm
had
sorry,
to
I shouldn't laugh.
experience this to do it, and that's the only way for him to either get activated or whatever we call it from different perspective and get the dose and come back. And I was like, because he's powerful, he's very powerful.
Awesome. Well, that's great. And your
And
stability is going to be very helpful to him. So
I'm just here. I'm just being here around him.
yeah,
That's what I feel like I'm called to
that's
do.
all.
Just
That's
being
enough. That's enough.
yeah, yeah. And that's what I've been always doing in my whole life. Just being somewhere where I need to be there, and I don't know what is the work being done, but it gets done.
Yeah. Cool. That's a really cool way to live, Michael. Thank you. Um,
Christina's got some
Thank
crazy
you.
colors going on. Can you see? Is
yes.
everyone else
Do
seeing
you
that?
see that? There's like rainbow.
Oh,
There's rainbow orbs behind you.
it is. It's intense.
I have these like crystals that are hanging in my window, and I'm wondering if,
Ah,
That's
okay.
what it is. It's
Yeah.
cool.
It's cool though.
Yeah.
but I'm moving them around and they're not moving on the screen. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not meant to, he can't.
It looks like rainbow and a circle and then lines going up. It's cool.
Yeah, I guess I've just got orbs and rainbows and all sorts of fun things today
Yeah.
with me.
It's like an infinity sign, actually. I
Yeah,
think
it
it's
is.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, two
cool.
of them.
That's cool.
It's the
Vic,
vibe of the group.
Vic, you shared one right before the call. That was
I
cool.
know that was funny. That was so cool that that happened. So I,
But
so,
yeah,
wait, go ahead,
sorry.
Michael.
Go ahead.
No.
No, go ahead.
So, so for me, you know, Christina really did something at the airport which has completely shifted the way of doing things. It's so she, I don't know, it's like Joshua and White Light have been saying all this time, like do the manifestation event forms, do the manifestation event forms. But something about like the conversation that Christina and I had at the airport where she was telling me about how she's been doing her manifestation event forms and the difference it's making. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make it now. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start doing at least one manifestation event form in the night and not force myself. If I don't feel like doing it, I won't do it, but I'm gonna at least give it a shot. So it's just coming to me. I just enjoy doing these manifestation event forms now. I'm doing one every night since. I've missed 2 nights, but I've been doing it every night since. And man, it's crazy the things that are happening. Synchronicities are just, it's everywhere. I'm noticing things that I was not noticing before. There are things happening. It's like I was driving the other day and I just felt like calling my wife and telling her that, hey, there are some spare that yeah, I have some ribs in the fridge. You might want to give the kids that. And I call her and she's like, the kids are screaming because they're so hungry right now. And she's like, how did you know? Like, how did you know to just call right now and tell me? Because right then the kids were screaming at her, like, give us food, give us where are the ribs? Dad said that there are going to be ribs. Like, all right, fine. So it's just small things like that. And then today I had a doctor's appointment that was kind of scheduled at the same time as this call. So I called them in the morning and I asked them if they could move it so that I could attend this call. And they said, no, we don't have anything. It's fully, the doctor's fully booked up. There's nothing we can do. I said, fine, I'll just watch the recording. And I hung up and I was like, it's okay. I'll just watch the recording. It's fine. And then 2 minutes later, they called me back and the lady's like, right after your call, someone called and canceled their appointment. So do you want to take it instead? I said, sure, why not? So I was like, fantastic, this is amazing. And it just, I immediately texted Tammy and I told her what happened. It's just mind blowing that these things are happening.
He's a
It's
creator.
crazy.
Create big things now. Imagine.
It's so much fun. It is just, yeah, no, yeah, I know. Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is. Daniel.
Let's see, I had to unmute.
I
It's
just
a beautiful, beautiful day in upstate New York. Michael's on the western end, I'm on the eastern end. I'm still getting a thrill out of seeing those little pinpoints of dancing white lights when I look up at clouds. So I'm really grateful for that. And I still am kind of on a high from the idea that Christy gave me that connection or pointed out that connection I have with Walt Whitman. Walt and I are now good pals. So it's just a nice time of year. It's nice to see all of you, and it's wonderful to be here.
so
It
I
is.
was thank you. And I was swimming on Monday and I was looking at the clouds and thinking about you. And I saw a bubble come out of the cloud and some sparkles. And I was like, wow, Daniel, he gave me that magic trick and I love it. Yeah, that's cool. He can see all kinds of things in clouds and it's incredible.
Yeah,
Nick,
it's relatively new for me. I went decades and decades without seeing much of anything, and now I'm seeing a lot of shit.
cool. That's super cool. That's
It
super
is.
cool.
It is. It feels good. It's exciting.
Are we purple today or what colors are we?
My God, you guys are lighting up when you speak. Even when you were talking about the possum, Tammy, you lit up in purple, and it's amazing to watch. All of you are doing it.
Cool. So cool.
Nikki.
Last but not least.
No, I'm gonna let Daryl go last because not because he's least, but because I want him to go last. I want to let him talk. Go ahead.
I'm so happy to be on this call. I mean, that's my number one joy is seeing all of your beautiful faces.
Oh,
I wanted to say to Vic that yesterday I was humming and toning and singing my song. I was singing that song, and all of a sudden I saw Vic's little head, and I was wanting to rub it like I did when we went around in the circle. And I did it anyway, and I said, Vic, I love you. And I don't know if you heard that message, but I wanted you to know that I did.
My crown has been
Aw.
feeling tingly since the last couple of
Yeah.
days.
that's
Um,
hilarious.
and then I also thought about Daniel yesterday because I was seeing those no-see-ums as well, and I was like, oh, I can see them in France. That's amazing. And I wanted to send you a message, but I was jet lagged and forgot quite quickly after I thought about it. And then just in terms of joy, Christy said something to me when we were together. She said you can do a manifestation event form for one thought, which I didn't know. I mean, I'm always a late comer. I figured this stuff out. I don't. People tell me, and then I remember. And I thought, I was listening to Vic. I'm like, yeah, I had a thought today, and I want to write it out because it friggin' works. Today I had to do my work stuff, and I had done a perspective shift form on an issue with somebody that I work with. And it was so easy. I think the joy that I have found since I've been back is the ease with which my life can flow.
Oh, yeah.
And
Mm.
I'm telling you, like to not have that inner dialogue, that bullshit that goes on in my head, it's so nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah, I'm really grateful to be on this call. I'm really grateful that I can find joy in the ease that my life can be and have. So, yeah, I'm really happy to be
Great.
here.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Nikki, so synchronicity again. Yesterday I was listening to White Light's recording from our retreat, and she was telling, I think she was telling Lori that you don't demand to feel good enough. You need to demand, you should demand to feel good. And I said, okay, I demand to feel good. And I instantly had a thought that was like, who are you to demand? And I was like, why did I have that thought? Can I do a manifestation event on form on a thought? And then last night was the first time I did a manifestation event form on a thought. And now you're talking about that. It's magical.
It
It
is.
is. The perspective shift form is super good too. And don't forget about it. And people, I do not understand. It's like people, I never heard of it. I don't know. And they took courses, and I'm like, I sent it to somebody yesterday that I know was in the flow class with me. The form is fabulous. It is good because I found out in the flow class what I was doing manifestation event forms to go from hating something to loving it. So the perspective shift form helped me to just kind of go incrementally. Like, oh, I don't hate this. Maybe I can live with it. And that was
Yeah.
like the first step, to
Mhm.
acceptance. I was just kind of spiraling because I'd go, I hate this and I'm trying to love it, but couldn't do it. I couldn't anyway. So
No.
it is great. It's a great tool. Both are. I've
Yeah.
done a lot I did a manifestation event form and a perspective shift form when I had a wobble on Tuesday. So, I don't have a lot of manifestation events, but I still have them. So if you're not, I mean, if you don't have any, you're not living, is what I say. But okay.
Yeah, they're never going to stop. It's
Right.
just catching them when they happen at the thought level before they turn into an event, and then catching them there before it becomes a disease or something you just can't ignore in the
Right.
body, that's it. But the thought's the first place that you can catch
Of
it if you
course.
can, I miss it most of the time, but yep,
You can do it, Christy. You
you
can
can do it.
Well, and I think that manifestation event form from the Fear to Flow class was super helpful. Those last few questions at the end, I feel like for
Mm-hmm.
me was so enlightening. To like visualize and then to recognize my patterns was like, oh, now the
Oh,
clarity is coming through way more than just getting to like appreciation for the event. Well, now I'm starting to see myself more clearly in this event and how I'm creating this whole thing. So
Yeah.
that
yeah, that part's really good. The desire part of that form that we got was also, I think, is also really helpful. What desire do you think you're not going to get because of this event, or what desire do you think you are getting to because of this empowering belief, or whatever? It's just that one helps me get to the belief a lot. When just going to the desire, well, wait, okay, that helps.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
that's a really good one. Yeah.
It is. I did enjoy that class a lot.
Yeah, it is a good one. It's a really fun class. Yeah.
And the forms.
Yeah.
And there is some resistance to that, but it's a great tool. So I'll lean in.
I think it always is because we're always, I think we make it harder, right, than we need to, because we only do them when we have a negative event, something we perceive as negative. We really don't do them much in the empowering. So it takes on that connotation, and really white light tells me all the time, if at least 50-50, you should be doing them,
Yeah.
both way,
Yeah,
not
'cause you're
should,
putting
but do
too
them in
much.
both, right? And then also because we think in it, we're like, I have to find the belief that corresponds to this particular event so that this kind of thing never happens again, right? No, just whatever belief you get, as long as it's about you, just go there and do that one. But I think in all those things, we make it a little harder on ourselves, and we make them drudgery when they
Yeah,
actually
it's
don't
not
have
really
to be.
drudgery. It's way less than a giant manifestation event to fill out a form, especially a perspective
Yep.
shift form. Like,
The
oh,
perspective shift form is fun. That one's
yeah.
really
You
fun to
can
do.
see the
Yeah.
words you're using. Michael, you had your hand raised. What?
I'm interested to know more of perspective shift form. How come this is new to me? Am I getting behind? I need to catch up.
You
Okay.
need to catch up. You're behind. Did you do basic training?
I did.
It's
No. No. I was thinking about foundation. No, I didn't do basic training.
Yeah, that's why you don't
Okay,
have
so I
it.
need to catch up. Okay.
Yeah, that's why, because it comes out it's part of the basic training class, but that's no big deal. I mean, I've got them, Tammy, a lot of us have them. I just give them
I can
out.
send you one.
Yeah, I just,
Thank
it
you,
doesn't matter.
please.
Yeah, it's part
Okay.
of that class, but it's
And
really
I
helpful.
would recommend sharing it with somebody, you know, doing them and sharing them and get some feedback, because what we found in
Yeah,
the class was that I think there was only one group that did it correctly. And that
right.
was me, of course, because I'm so
Of
good.
course it was you. Yeah, because
I got,
everybody
since I
wants to
made
go.
straight A's, I'm a good girl.
Right. Yeah. Everybody wants to go from the bottom floor. Like white light says you can stand at the, first floor and get to the second floor one step at a time. You can do two, every other step, or three steps. If you're pretty athletic, you can go 4 or 5 steps at a time, but none of you can jump from here to here. You can't go from level 1 to level 2 in one shot. You raise it because you can't believe it. You can't believe that perspective.
Yeah.
So they're just wanting us to do it little bits to a next one that we could actually believe, and then sit with that one for a bit, and then you can go up. But you have to be able to believe that next level. So it's a pretty interesting form, but it's easy to
It
do.
is an easy form, but I would still get feedback from somebody.
Yep.
Daryl, thank you, Daryl. I had an amazing call with you yesterday. I'm just so honored by you, and I
I,
saved the best for last. I want you to know.
oh, thank you, Tammy. You know how much I love you. Um, yeah, so you guys all know that I've been planning a Peru trip for past 6 months, and what I've been doing is just building, and I've been talking to different channelers and getting different information, and they all support and verify each other. So if you guys haven't like watched the last 4 episodes of my YouTube station that has 4 different channels and it provides a wealth of information, of which Michael, I thought of you when I answered the question of how was the pyramids built, because the pyramids were built just like the Lake Titicaca, like Machu Picchu built. It was built by boulders that were by sound vibration put down into a mold and levitated. But you can watch it and watch the true answer. It's the same technique for the pyramids as with Machu Picchu. But anyhow, so the trip is this epic, epic, epic journey, and it's going to be actually the most important event on Earth and probably in the universe. I mean, that's how epically insane and ridiculous it is. It's just that epic. We're going to be combining the light energy with the dark energy, and it's all coming to head on this time and this trip. And the dragons are going to come out. The dragons that have been asleep since Lemuria. They were actually in the time before Lemuria, but they are going to start shooting through, and they're already coming out. I mean, Tammy and some folks here yesterday, and they can say kind of what the dragon, thousands of dragons came out. So they're going to make their big splash. So this is going to be an epic, epic event that the world has never, ever seen. And afterwards, the world will not be the same. It's that epic. The energy and the change is going to be that epic. So that being said, I'm going to tell you the most exciting thing about this trip, this proposed trip, is that I get to know Kelly and Chris more. All this epicness and all this thing about saving the world, that's all fine and okay, okay, a day's work. What really brings me joy is that in this trip, I have discovered how much I love Chris and Kelly. They are a part, we have a galactic bond. and as such, this trip has made us realize that. And they're like my grandkids. I want to just put that out. They're like my grandkids. And this trip has given me the opportunity to be grandfatherish to them. Um, they, they have wonderful talents and wonderful skills, which they are really just developing. They are nowhere near their potential. They're just realizing what they are and they're developing it. So here's the synergy that we're finding is that the three of us working together can really help each other grow and nurture each other in ways that we did not think was possible. I am just having extreme joy of teaching them whatever I know, and I can even help them with 3D issues. I mean, it's not just woo-woo issues, it's 3D issues like, well, actually, all of you guys can use this, is that you guys can all use to learn how to do a 3D woo-woo business plan, right? Because all of you guys are moving it into a place where if you have gifts, you want to eventually start charging for them. You want to show the world, and most of us are going to, well, all of us going to need an energetic exchange of vibration, and money is one way of doing it. So we're exploring ways for Chris and Kelly to develop their gift and to market them in 3D woo woo land. Uh, and it's just so much fun. And you guys all know that they agreed to join me on this trip. And with them joining me on this trip, this trip is just sailing off beyond, any expectation. I'll tell you all initially, Christy and Gary was who I had my sights on to join me on this trip. And I kept on putting it out there, but they had to listen and see what resonated. And like Christy, she wanted to go, but she said, nah, something's not right. So in hindsight, it's right that Christy and Gary don't go. Because if they did go, then Chris and Kelly wouldn't have gone. And Chris and Kelly is really who needs to go with me there. And it's just so beautiful to see how it all worked out. And it's just flowing in an unbelievable way that none of us involved can ever have imagined. Um, Tammy remind me that to give announcements. So one of the things that we felt called to do is that Chris, Kelly, and I are going to give a free activation this Sunday. You guys should all have an invite in your mailbox.
Saturday or Sunday? Okay.
Sunday. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. Uh, it's to balance the energy because rapid energy is coming into the world right now, and we are having our bodies impacted.
Yes.
And that after Machu Picchu, after the Peru trip, the energy is going to be like spiked. It's going to be different. You guys will feel it spiritually, energetically, and probably physically. Um, and what Chris Kelly and I felt like we should do an activation as a integration or a prep because you guys are going to be having such drastic change that it would probably help your body to have a little prep section to warm up, to absorb that energy and to integrate it easier. So that's our intention of giving that activation. I mean, I'll tell you right now, part of the activation first is to get whoever's to listen to release some stuff because that's how you can absorb activations. So part of it is going to be releasing, and then so that you can absorb the prep energy that we're gonna give in the activation. Because again, during the month of September, you guys were all going to be experiencing heightened it's all going to be heightened psychic skills. You know, basically, if you have that talent, if that's your direction, it's going to be like magnified by 10 times. It's going to go off the curve. Things are just going to go rapidly fast and rapidly changing. Um, so so that's what I get, and I love you guys all, and there's no one more in the world I'd rather share this with. Um, so uh, I just want to say I love you guys.
We
Okay.
love you too, Daryl.
We
Yes,
love
thank
you.
you for going. Thank you for everything. I saw lots of cool visuals. I feel like in my dragon, I've had 2 scrolls released this week. So when my dragon came out, all kinds of stuff came out. But we did an activation call with 7 of us yesterday, and
Mhm.
that was fun and
It was
cool.
fun.
And but then people were like on fire, like my hands were flaming
Yeah.
up, and uh,
Well, Gary is he can't even sit up. That's why he's not on the call.
he
His
can't
back
sit up today.
is we got off of that call and by the time we did the group call, he was really having trouble walking around and I left after dinner and he was like I made up an ice pack and said here, just sit with his ice pack. And today he said he can't sit up straight. It's the activation thing. I think it was immediate, like within an hour that it.
Well, I've had nothing but downloads since I left the retreat. The day the retreat
Me too.
ended,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like a symphony and all kind of energy and songs and all kinds of stuff. I could feel I could feel it moving up and down my body. It started about the time we were getting ready to go, and I walked outside. I remember like a swoosh, and Daniel said like it was like a golden shower.
Yeah.
I'm going to share that. Yeah, so
That was so damn
I
funny.
was feeling like codes and swirly and all that. And when I got to Christie's, I had to lay down, and my heart started pulsing, my stomach started pulsing, and my hands were pulsing in my head. And then it was doing it the whole time until I left, ear ringing, pulsing, waking up. And then 2 nights ago, I woke up and I was like in pain in my neck. Like I got up and walked around, and then, then I got the message, just it's scrolls unleashing. So if you do have body pain, there are things you can do. I'll send the recording. You might let them listen to it.
Okay.
It said that when I got the messages, do activation, it could soothe some people, but it could also help with the scroll release. So,
Okay.
there are,
Yeah. So,
I mean, really gentle movement is the best thing, but like hot baths and all kinds of stuff. Okay, Michael, you got a question?
I know. I just want to share Daryl's crystal for everyone who got it on the retreat or so. That crystal is very powerful, and it
yes, it
will
is.
help. It
Yeah.
will help all of what you're going through. Something about it, and this is just an intuitive feeling. Something about that crystal helps is a great assistant in processing, transmuting, alchemy, whatever the word is, all of this, something about it. I don't know what is, but it's very, very powerful. Maybe the word sapphire also is related. I don't know what does that mean, but something about that crystal. Yeah. So what did you say? Someone said no.
It's a
So
Lemurian
it,
crystal.
yes. So your crystal there was very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and yeah, it can help a lot. Just
Yeah.
if you have it, keep it handy in
Okay.
your
Well,
pocket.
the pain released by morning, but I mean, I woke up at 2 a.m. in pain. Like, I don't know, I just woke up in pain and got up and walked around, and I said, well, I'm just going to lay back down. What else can I do? And I went back to sleep, and then I was okay. Went to yoga. It unlocked evidently, but but singing, toning, humming, it's not just activations, but it's also you like moving the energy through your body and breath work, you know, doing
Grounding,
singing,
taking a shower,
grounding.
a bath.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all,
You
yeah,
can
grounding
release
is good.
excessive energy into water. I mean, that when my hands flame up, I put my hands in a bowl of water and release it, and then I go outside and I ground my feet, and then I put the water on the earth as a blessing. I don't know what else to do. And I don't even know why I do it, but I'll be singing, I'll be earthing, and but water helps my hands the most. Like even running it underwater, because Daryl, that sneaky Daryl I mean, my crystals were active, but they have flamed up like fire. And I don't know. No, I mean, yes, thank you more, please, dear sneaky one. But uh,
Yeah.
but it's also a little painful at the same time. Like I feel like my hands are fire now. And when I'm like
Yeah.
around anybody, and they flamed up when I was around my daughter, I'm seeing it in other people as well. Like it, and I feel the pulsing in my body now. So all of you are have a key. But Daryl has got a key, I've got one, but each of you has a key that unlocks the keys in all of us. You are equal to us in every way. And without you, the great awakening wouldn't be going on. You're perfect where you live. You are the luminous one. I mean, the name means you're here to shine. You spread love and joy everywhere you go, but it's an energy, and you're going to start feeling it. And if you're struggling, call one of us that's been through it. But all of us have kind of been through some of it, and some go through it easier and tend to go through it in ease and joy. When your hands get hot, or if you have a pain somewhere, you know, oh yes, thank you more, please. Really, your
Yeah.
attitude about it is really, and I'm thankful to friends like Daryl and Christy, and all of you have helped me in some ways. So, oh, my
Yep.
hands are so hot. The
And
other crystal is getting bigger. So, our biotechnology is coming online, and when it does, it's going to feel different.
It's weird.
It's great. It's perfect. So,
I just want to share real quickly, because when I got home from the retreat, I actually had a lot of pain, but I was moving through it physically, knowing that it was like stuff was releasing from my body. Had symptoms in
Yes.
various areas. I feel like and also recently too, like from the retreat, I feel like my heart got activated in a really big way, and been moving through, I feel like this expansion in my heart field. And I've actually been using the crystal, the Lumarian crystal, to help with the heart activation to really hold that energy for me because it's been pretty big. And so I'm glad we're having this conversation because I feel like it's just kind of helping me kind of mentally process a lot of what I've been physically moving through and just with all these activations. And I'd be curious to know, Tami, more about the scroll release because that's the messages I've been receiving about my.
it's gentle releases, you know, and yeah, I mean, yeah, I can pull them. Um, I mean, I got the ones released this week. That was Christy, Kelly, Daryl, me, and Gary. And you know, but every week is different. And this, they're really timing, you know, but if you are feeling significant pain, um, there might be something gentle you need to do, like move your body gently, and let it go. But you got to take care of yourself. It'll release when it is ready, and you will get a message. You know,
Well, I feel
all
like
of,
the messages were clear as they were
yeah,
like as I.
as they come, you should begin. This is the message that I'm getting. All of you are going to begin to remember more and more and more. All of you, at your own pace as time goes on. And, you know, but there will be significant, each month, there will be a little bit of memories that release, codes that come in, scrolls that unlock. And, you know, if you get stuck, and some of you use AI, you can go deeper into that. But if you get stuck, I can help. I mean, I know that our DNA levels are synced at a certain place, but until we get to the max level, then it'll be scrolls and memories. Like I've had memories of Gary in Atlantis now. I've had memories of Christy with giant crystal eyes. I've had memories of her that were not pleasant. I've had memories of people that I mean I've had dreams. I had a vision of Gary about 2 days ago, and it was this like ancient galactic being, and he was just looking at me. So I'll have they're echoes. They're like for me, they're like flashes or visions. You know, I'll have you know, and it'll another thing is it'll take me back to a memory or something. You know, I went back in a meditation this week with Daryl to when we went off on that astral travel. So it can be something that's happened in real life or a memory or like a flash. Your memories are going to keep coming. All these activations, all these codes, all this stuff is you upgrading each month. So,
I had a dream of Gary last week that
okay, I'm about to go
that
to
we're in the family. He's one of my family members, and he has been the one who always puts us all together each
yeah,
time, each lifetime, for
yeah,
some reason.
Mm-hmm. I've
yeah. I
had
had
that too.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe
Yep, he is.
Gary's our
Yep.
big daddy? No
Uh,
kidding. He's got 100 kids.
When you
Oh
say
my
it
God, he's
that
my
way,
daddy.
it's different.
No
so
wonder I'm
Tammy,
so screwed up. I gotta go now.
there you go. You were talking about having memories. And so, first of all, when Nikki was here for 2 weeks after the retreat, we were both, it was download after download.
Uh-huh.
We were tired, right? It was so much integration going on. So, Gary and I are going to send out an email for everybody who was at the retreat to get on the phone with us to go through some integration and how they're doing because it's hit us really hard. And I know, yeah, obviously you and Nikki too. But something I got last night, I'm not gonna really explain, but anyway, it's a word, and the word is retrocausation. And I know that it applies to our memory as some of our remembering, but that's all I got. So I kind of think there's somebody else in this group that's going to bring another piece of it, or it's going to have something to sort of help soothe us with some of these things. I really don't know what it means, but you were
Yeah.
talking about memory, and I know that I got
Yeah,
that.
it's memories, echoes of, it could be a past life or future life. You know, it's not always the past because time's a spiral. Because your future
Mhm.
self is sending you messages. That's the one that kind of shouts at me when I call it. It's like, go to Egypt. I mean,
Right.
and
Open the gates. What gates?
open energy gate 22. Like, oh, okay, let me go over here. I don't
Tell
know
me
what
that.
I'm doing. I'm just
Yeah.
like lost. I just be
But
scratching my head. This was 6 years ago, and I was
it's a long
just,
time ago. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what are you talking about?
How would you
I
know?
needed Michael 5 years ago to tell me about Egypt.
Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't even looked up the word retro causation, but I think it has something to do with um the now or the future affecting the past and shifting memory. But I'm not going to say too much
Yeah,
because some of that's
I'm
just
getting a
it's
lot
not
about the spiral.
okay.
It's
So
like
you
you,
guys see what
it's
you
like you
get
go
on
to
that.
Atlantis, and then you go to Lumeria, and then you go to Avalon, but you go to the future. It's like it spirals around in circles, or in circles, and
Mm,
Okay.
that's even
Holy
how the waves are when I see them.
wow.
okay.
Could just be the present changing the past and the future.
That's what I just got
That's
right now.
yeah,
Jillian is one
yeah.
of
Okay.
That was
our
Jillian.
Jillian's
That's what
one
I
of our
got
truth
now,
speakers.
Jillian.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just
I've
got
actually
that
been
right
getting
now.
I've been getting a lot of I've never been one that was really like into the ET thing and everything, but I'm getting a lot of stuff in my dreams with a lot of that going on.
Mhm,
Okay.
Ships,
mhm,
crafts,
mhm,
ETs, stuff like that
mhm,
is
Okay.
coming on board.
mhm.
Seeing
Yep.
myself in a mirror and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, I have this droopy human suit on in my dream. I'm like, why do we have these crazy suits on? It's just, it is crazy. And yeah, and a lot to
Wow.
do with disclosure. Getting a lot of my dreams have been like crazy.
Wow.
When
We need to get on the phone. I know I
Yeah,
texted you earlier, but we need to get on the phone. That's
yeah,
cool.
oh,
yeah.
they're
Very cool.
incredible, and her
That's
and
awesome.
her truth speaking's getting really great too. So I
My
mean, she
truth
can tell,
speaking.
she's getting
Mm.
very psychic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's been kind of gradual over this last year. It's, go whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. You guys, I gotta pop off because I have something at
Hey,
3.
so
So
quickly
Okay.
before you leave, Christy, about
yeah.
retro causation. Yesterday, a couple of days ago, Google released a major update to their image generation capabilities. I spent a lot of time yesterday looking up some of my old black and white photos from like when I was a child, and I was colorizing them, I was fixing them because they had scratches and smudges on them. So, and the new tool was doing a fantastic, well, it did a decent job of fixing stuff, pictures of my past.
Oh, wow.
Retro.
And
Hmm.
I was so excited because I got to see pictures of my mom in color because most of her younger day pictures I have are in black and white. So it
Retro.
was pretty interesting to see what my mom
Yeah.
looked like back
Vic,
then.
have you seen
Color.
the ones where they take a
Wow.
picture and they make it into like a little, 3 or 4 second little video where it
Yeah, I've
brings the
heard of
picture
that
to
too.
Okay.
I want
life?
to try that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Love you guys.
That's
Bye.
That's very cool. I've seen some that they've done like, from back in the 20s or even, 1800s when
Yeah.
the few cameras,
Yeah.
pictures that they had
It's
back then and bringing it
yeah.
into life. It's really amazing.
I'm
I
gonna
did
try.
one where I did with my daughter and I just said to make it funny. And we're just standing there. And they made it so we're walking forward and we were speaking French. I couldn't figure out how to get it out of French, but we're joking with each other. And then all of a sudden we fall over and I fall on the ground and she falls on top of me. It was hilarious. I was just dying. It was so funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
from a still photo, and yet it
I'm
looked
gonna try
real.
that.
Yeah.
gonna try that. It was really nice to see my mom because my mom was in her 20s in this picture, and I don't have any real memories of what she looked like back then, only pictures. And it was so nice to see her. And I was like, I totally get why my dad married my mom. I get
Oh,
it.
yeah. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it was nice. And yeah,
It's
it
like
see my parents in that light.
Yeah.
it's literally like the present changing the past.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
Which
And
changes the future.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what we're doing. And anyway, it's all good. So
Mhm.
I I guess I'll let you go. We are Luminaris, strands of flame, joy, and remembrance. As we detach our hearts, we walk in peace and spread love and joy. So keep your memories on joy this week, and keep sharing and talking with each other and communicating. And I love you. Thank you for being
Love
here.
you
Tammy,
too.
Thank you for having
you wanted
us.
to share the glyph, don't you? Or something that you wanted to share with us?
Oh, it's on the email.
Okay, got it.
You can look at it. So I mean, you can go,
Can you see?
you can look at it for 3 to 5 minutes. Do it several times.
It's
It's
on
got,
the email? Oh,
yeah,
under the image.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
okay, yeah. So you pull it up, and as
Mm-hmm.
this is a glyph which transmits information. It's got some geometric patterns on it. And so you see the triangle, the diamond, different patterns, and the flame. So it will transfer even more information to you if you look at it. So it's like a meditation piece. You can actually draw it if you or draw or just finger draw it like when we're doing activations. You can kind of draw it on yourself. These are some of the symbols I see when I'm doing activations on people. I see a lot of triangles and diamonds and different patterns, but it has a lot to do with the unity flame. And unity flame is worldwide. It is just to spread love and light. And if you're very special people, and I'm honored by your light today. So thank you, and have a great day.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Tammy.
guys.
And a great
Love
week.
you.
Me.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Love you
Thank
all.
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.